This edition of Sports Galore is proudly brought to you by Subway. And now, here's your hosts, Mark Allen and Adam Treloar.
G'day everybody, welcome to Sports Galore. I'm Mark Allen and this is Adam Treloar.
Good to see you again, mate.
What's with the top today? 45.
Oh, yes.
Now, is that his second? Is that Michael Jordan's second number?
Marco, so what happened? Obviously, you know I'm a massive NBA man.
Yes.
I know all about this. When he first retired, he retired obviously for 2 years to go take up a baseball career.
Smart.
I'm sure you know that.
Oh, smart.
And then he decides to come back. Michael Jordan decides to come back. But he doesn't wear number 23.
Why not?
He decides to wear 45. I don't know why. I actually don't know why I chose 45. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with his father. Obviously, tragically passed away in 93. But third game back, he'd been away for 2 years. Yeah. Imagine me going and play another sport, coming back to play AFL. Been away for 2 years, Madison Square Garden, New York Knicks. Nothing to do with the jumper, but he scored 55 points. Quite phenomenal. Anyway, he got eliminated in the Eastern Conference Final. Blamed himself. Blamed the number.
Blame the number. Blame 45.
Blame 45. So then next year he comes into the summer camp, says I'm changing back to 23. So then he won 3 rings in a row.
Who wears 45 at Collingwood?
25 at Collingwood.
No, who wears 45 at Collingwood?
Well, Maxi Lynch. Maxi Lynch. There you go. Maxi Lynch.
How's he been going this year?
He's going well. He's developing very, very well.
Oh,
he's going good.
He's broken the
He
curse
could be the
on
next
45.
Michael Jordan. Next Michael Jordan, Lynchy. No stress there, mate.
Let's talk about Sunday and the Saints. It wasn't what we were expecting.
No,
to be fair.
not at all.
What did it feel like being out there? What was going on?
Well, we're quite disappointed with obviously the result. We quite easily could be 4-0 instead of being 1-3 this year. But I think coming out of the game, the biggest thing for us was it wasn't lack of effort. Considering we won contested ball by plus 15, we haven't lost contested ball once this year. We won the clearances by plus 18. I think the biggest thing for us was our skills in our decision making and our execution going forward, especially inside 50. Our connection, especially with the mids into the forwards, has been very poor this year. So I think we've got to keep working on that because that's the biggest thing that's letting us down. And obviously our conversion as well, kicking at goal. There's been a couple of times in the past 4 weeks when we've had opportunity to really tick on and put foot down and really get the scoreboard ticking over, but we just haven't capitalised on our goal kicking. And a couple of times in the first quarter, we had shots on goal and we just didn't capitalise. So going forward, skill and execution and decision making is going to be massive for us, especially this week.
I know you blokes are unbelievably professional. I know you are, and you're ready for whatever happens. But from us who watch, is there a letdown when a goal that should go through doesn't go through?
Yeah, it's deflating because it's generally off the back of hard work that's been done up the ground. And in the case of the forward as well, who's actually having the shot, generally he's done something really well to hard work to get the ball. So it's disappointing because we know it's a momentum killer and they can just go around the other end and kick a goal. But they're the things we just got to keep working on. This week, we'll definitely attack that really hard.
9-day break until Anzac Day.
Love nine-day breaks. Plenty of Xbox getting done. No, we have a couple of days off. I think we have a couple of days off. But review the game. We review the game quite thoroughly because we had a couple of days to do that. Generally, if it's a 5, 6, 7 day break, you don't get a chance to do that. So I think the next couple of days we'll review that, and then we will set our focus on the Bombers and the big Anzac Day clash, which we can't wait for.
Your mate, Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Hosco, my boy.
Well. He's playing well.
He's playing really well.
How's he settled in, do you think?
No, very well. I think for him, because I've obviously been with him for the last 5, 6 years, for him was just to be home around his family. He had so much talent up in Sydney, but he was so harsh with injuries and not being able to get into the team because they were so talented. Came down here, fresh start. He's around his friends and family. His partner, Kirsty, he's around her friends and family. So he's just happier in general, and he's playing some extremely good footy. He's so talented, isn't he? Whenever the ball's in his vicinity, he either wins it or halves it, and he's going really well.
Yeah, he's dangerous. And he's also our leading goal kicker.
He is. So I think he kicked his first point on the weekend, actually, Wilbur.
Big Sports Galore.
I think he kicked his first point on the weekend.
Yeah, I know. He was 4 or 5
straight or something. 7 or 8. Sammy would probably know that.
How many straight?
You know what it is, don't you, Sammy?
6. I'm guessing 6.
Seven straight.
I think he's 9-1 now.
9-1. Our boy Willie.
Well done, Willie. Good stuff. Like I said, our leading goal kicker of
the
club
he is.
In 2017. Now, today's program, I love this stuff. This is my favourite. The stall gift. Did you see who won it? Matthew Rizzo.
I didn't see this.
An 18-year-old. No, you were playing.
Hey, what?
He was 18 years old. He used to be a Bunnings trolley pusher. Good exercise, I reckon, if you're a sprinter. Just pushing all those.
Forearms, shoulder work.
You got 50 trolleys you got to push into one place.
Yeah, no,
how about this one? Liv Ryan, 16-year-old schoolgirl. Both win $40,000.
So this is both in the Stallwell gift.
Third year in a row for the girls that a young teenager has won the store gift. So he thought, on the back of these two people, Liv and Matthew, winning the store gift, big 40,000 odd checks going in their pocket. We'll have a look at the youngest sports stars getting around.
Sammy's done well. You've done well, Sammy. Good topic this week.
This is the big one. SEN's very own. Tim Watson.
Yeah,
he debuted.
Youngest ever, isn't he?
15-year-old in 1977.
That's ridiculous. When I was 15, what was it? I was playing under 16 for Noble Park.
You just can't imagine.
Under 16.
He was a man-child, though. He was a man-child.
Game of AFL.
His thighs were massive when he was 15 years old.
Especially back in 1977 when you can get away with murder. You could do anything like on the footy field then, couldn't you?
Just about. I mean, imagine ducking and weaving all these thugs playing back in 1977.
No thanks.
He's done well to survive. Imagine, he probably would have played 100 games. His 100th game
before I even debuted.
At 20 years old.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How many games
did he end up playing, actually?
That's a good question.
Sammy would probably know.
Sammy, can you Google that?
Sammy can get onto the
I'm
Google and tell us.
I'm going to guess 280.
I reckon around 276.
Right, another bomber, Dick Reynolds, won a Brownlow.
He won 3 Brownlows, didn't he?
Yeah, but how about this? When he was 19 years old. He won his first at 19 years old.
That's ridiculous.
John Todd won a Sandover medal at 17 years old. That's over in the Waffle.
John Todd, wow.
Yeah. And the youngest current player on Collingwood's list kicked a couple of goals on the weekend. Josh Dacos.
Our boy, Joshy Dacos.
18 years,
He will
4
be
months.
a star.
Do you reckon we're ever going to... He will be a star?
Absolutely.
I like the way he moves.
He moves extremely well in traffic. Doesn't get tackled. Massive legs.
Doesn't get tackled?
He has massive legs.
What do you mean he's got massive legs?
He's got huge legs, mate. You should see him. Do yourself a favour and go out there next time and see his legs. They're huge.
Righto. I'm going to have a look. Can we get him in as a special guest?
We could get Dakes in as a special guest.
Can we get him in as a special guest, Sam, just so we can measure the diameter of his legs?
Huge legs.
Wouldn't be great for the podcast, but we can talk about it.
We can talk it.
Yes, we can.
Talk it through.
We can talk about it.
We can talk it through.
Hey, Tim Watson, 307 games.
307 games. Thank you.
You were closer.
He's only got a few jobs back there, Sam.
Genius
He's
over
doing
there, Sammy.
Righto. Now let's go to other codes. Kobe Bryant. Straight from high school.
What a star.
Into the NBA.
I've just been reading his book, actually. I'm up to when he just got drafted.
Good book?
Oh, mate, it's amazing how he spent his first 15 years in Italy, playing in Italy, and just a star. Drafted out of high school.
That's right. He grew up in Italy, didn't he?
Yeah, he grew up in Italy because his dad was a player over in the Italian league. And what a star. What a champion.
Righto. And Missy Franklin, how about this? Competed at the Olympic trials, just the trials, as a 13-year-old. Won 4 gold medals at 17 years of age.
Oh, mate. 17. I was, what was I doing?
What were you doing?
I was doing nothing, just at home going to school.
4 gold medals.
She was winning 4 gold medals.
For Missy Franklin?
Well, there you go.
I was at Oakley Tech doing woodcraft. What
was that girl's name? In the Commonwealth Games, she was 13 years old. She was a diver. Melissa Wu, was that her name?
Might have been.
Melissa Wu.
Good recall.
13-year-old diver.
Yeah, and she made a Commonwealth Games team, didn't she?
Yeah, no, she won a bronze medal.
She made the team and
she won a bronze, Sammy. I'm sure she won a bronze medal.
Get on that one too, Sammy.
She did.
These things just pop in Adam's head.
They
just
mate.
Pop in from nowhere. We need to verify.
I won a few medals on the game. Beijing 2008. Have you ever played that?
No. What game? Is that, which one's that? PS4?
Beijing 2008. No, that's on the PS2 because it wasn't around.
Right.
For the new consoles.
Beijing
for the next generation consoles.
I'll keep my eye out for it.
But London 2012 coming out.
Is that any good?
Yes. Awesome game.
Righto.
Come around to my house and we'll play a game. We'll have a 100-metre sprint off.
My kid wants to get the PS4, what's it called? AFL...
Evolution,
yes.
mate. Yeah,
you on it?
Absolutely, I'm on it.
Yes.
And big tick to the people who developed the faces because I look exactly like how I look. I need to bring it in and show you, mate.
Well,
it's amazing.
Anyway,
back on the Olympic,
awesome.
back on the Olympic game. I won a couple of gold medals and broke the record in the 100 metre. I ran a 9:27 with my hands. Though.
With your hands,
with the controller. Yeah, there you go, mate. Quick thumbs.
Wayne Gretzky started playing pro hockey at 17.
What?
We were talking about Tim Watson a little while ago as a 15-year-old playing against those thugs. How about the Goons? Wayne Gretzky was playing against as a 17-year-old.
No thanks.
Tiger
Woods.
You
see that photo actually going around of that ice hockey player? Did you see that, Sammy? His face was... His eye was literally almost hanging out of his socket because he'd been in
Bashed.
a fight on the thing.
Been chopped.
Ice hockey thing. It's ridiculous.
Oh, mate. I don't want to play that
Have you ever been to a game?
Yeah.
Oh, brutal.
It's great fun, actually. It's great fun going, but it's just...
I can't even skate to start and then trying to control the puck, no thanks.
You don't feel like you're going to a sporting event.
No.
You feel like you're waiting for something to happen. You feel like you're going to an organised riot. And hopefully someone wins.
Yes, you do.
Tiger Woods first played golf on TV at 2 years old. Pretty good.
How? How's that even possible?
Mate, he was good. He had a good little swing when he was 2.
Was he
Hit
good
into
when
a
he
net.
was 2?
Yeah, had a beautiful little swing.
I reckon I'd get him when he was 2 and I was my age now.
Yeah, you would.
I reckon I'd
You
get
would
him.
now. Yes, you would. But back then, he
Wait,
wasn't bad.
what? Won the US Amateur Champs as a 13-year-old.
Won an under-18s. It's a USGA event at 13.
What were you doing when he was 13?
Oh.
You were
13.
Playing, you would have been playing
13, I
golf,
was playing
weren't
footy.
you? Were you?
Yeah, I was playing
Playing
football
footy.
for East Doncaster. Absolutely. I loved
How'd
it.
you go?
I was all
Got
right.
a couple BNFs.
I won 2 BNFs. The only thing I really did, and I like saying this every once in a while, 12 goals in my 100th game.
Well,
I'm looking straight down the
there you
barrel.
go, mate.
12 goals in my 100th game.
Were you playing overage then, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Good job.
You don't believe me,
I
do
do
you?
believe it.
You
I
don't
do
rate
believe
my
it.
football
I do
ability,
rate
and
you,
that's
mate.
fine.
I do rate your football ability.
All right, we've had a look at the youngies. How about the opposites, right? Lockie Keefe, soccer,
Life.
as a kid, picked up footy when he's first rookie listed at Collingwood.
You're joking.
So he was like 21. You didn't know that about
I
Lockie
had
Keefe?
no idea.
Didn't play
That's why
footy
he's
as a
got
kid.
really funny looking kicking style. It's effective. It's very effective. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Keefey,
but that's
it's funny
exactly
looking
right.
Kicking style.
What does he do?
He
Trying
like
to think
drops
now.
it with both hands and then
Oh, the double
yeah,
hand
he
drop.
sort of drops it with both hands.
The release.
But it works. It works. What works for you, mate, you continue with doing.
Oh, that's nice.
Exactly.
Mason Cox, of course.
Yep.
Talking
Talking about funny
college
kicking
basketball.
style. That's another one.
Doesn't kick it very far, Mason.
No,
He's
he doesn't.
Accurate.
But it's very straight.
Accurate.
Very straight.
Walks
He's very
straight.
over the ball.
Drops the ball straight, swings the leg straight.
He does.
And it goes
He
straight.
does.
Mitch McCarthy,
Yes.
the basketballer, of
Yes.
course, playing
Our boy,
in the
Blake
US.
Griffin.
The bloke who signs autographs on little kids' tests.
Yeah, that's right.
Very
That's a
unusual.
funny inside story from last week.
Every time I see you or see your name from now on,
You should
Mitch.
see him throw it down, though. Very impressive.
What do you mean?
Basketball hoop out there.
Oh, he's good, is he?
Yeah, that's why we call him Blake Griffin, mate. The
Doesn't
way he
miss.
throws it down. No, not shooting-wise. He can improve in his shooting, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
dunking. He's first class. So we had a dunk contest here. He'd probably win. Him and Jesse White.
Yeah.
You're probably just like, Adam, I really do
Can you
not
dunk?
care about this. Can I dunk?
Yeah.
No.
Can
I
you get
touch
close?
the ring. I touch the ring. Have you ever seen that movie Like Mike?
Yes.
Yes. Well, Sammy's seen it.
And?
Well, if I have my special KD shoes on, then I
Right.
can dunk. They're not
Yeah.
called Like Mike. It's like KD.
Right.
But
One more.
otherwise, I can't. One more what?
One more on the dunking. Jeremy Howe, can he dunk?
Oh, actually, yes. He'd probably win in the
he
dunk
must
off.
be able to dunk.
He can, mate.
Other sports. Tim
Phenomenal.
Duncan.
Tim
swaps-
Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
It's his- Tim Duncan, basketball, of course, and a gun.
I didn't know this, yeah. Gun
Stopped
swimmer.
swimming for basketball
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah,
That's
apparently
pretty-
he would have been a Olympic swimmer.
5 NBA titles
Yeah,
since.
yeah, not too shabby. One of the greatest
Reasonable.
players of all time.
Now, this is you go with this one.
Our boy, Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo. Firstly, what's his real name?
It's down here.
Say
Now,
it.
if you can say it, I'll give you $1. I've got $1 in my pocket.
Dikembe Mutombo. Polondo. Makamba.
Yeah, keep going. You got 3 to go.
Jean-Jacques Wamantombo.
I'm giving that a thumbs down. Is that a thumbs down, Sam? I'll have a
Oh,
go.
give me your go.
Dikembe Mutombo, Polondu, Mukamba, Jean-Jacques Wam-O Tombo. I'm
Mate,
keeping my
it's
$1.
exactly the same as what I
I'm
said,
keeping
Sammy.
my $1.
That's exactly what I said.
Crazy name. He went to Georgetown University with the intention of being a doctor.
Yes.
Started playing basketball.
Dikembe. That was his sign, mate.
How about this one? This one I didn't know. Rocky Marciano, massive name.
Rocky Marciano. Why
In
do
boxing.
I Rocky Marciano.
Oh, mate, he's like
Yes,
undefeated.
yes.
Undefeated,
Yep.
Rocky Marciano, unbelievable. Didn't have his first professional fight until he's 25
25.
years old. Won the heavyweight title
Wow.
4 years later, and then defended
You know what
it
that means?
6 times.
I'm taking-
49-0.
That's ridiculous. So he never lost. But I'm taking one thing out of this.
What's that?
I'm 24 years old. So next year I'm 25. So I could be the next Rocky Marciano.
How do you go in the ring?
Well, I'm
Who
okay.
have you been beating up on lately?
Well, you know the boxing bag up there?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he doesn't throw too many back, so I can beat him.
You're brave in front of the bag.
Oh, yeah. And then as soon as I get into a ring when someone throws them at me, I'm just like that.
All right, just little jabbies,
But-
or you're peeling right back and having
No,
a
I'm
crack.
doing the old wind up, leaving my face open, bang.
That's all right.
No, but I've got a chance. 25, I'm going to debut next year and become a professional boxer. You've heard it here first.
I like the sound of that. Now, Antonio Gates, you know this bloke. better
Yes.
than me. Drafted by San Diego Chargers, instead played basketball at college.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's a lot of people like that, though. LeBron James could have played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson was
Yep.
one of the highest recruited NFL players, college NFL players, but chose to play basketball instead. A lot of them like that.
Now, since being an 8-time NFL Pro Bowler as well.
That's very good.
That's
very good.
The Subway Inside
This
Story.
is all you, mate. This is
I'm
you.
going
I'm
this
out.
week.
I'll be back next week, but you got big shoes to fill, mate.
Well, you've been going well
Give
lately.
me a-
Can I just tell you this? And I'm almost going to say it's a can you believe it?
It is.
It's a cross
It
between
is.
a can you believe it and the Subway Inside Story. Big thanks to our friends at Subway.
Thank you, Subway.
Can you believe that I was once invited down to the Calder Cannons by David Flood, who was the coach, to be
Yep.
the goal kicking coach?
I reckon everyone must have been signed. People must have been at different clubs, and they were just really, really scraping at the bottom of the barrel. And
Well, they're having
your
trouble.
name came up.
They were having trouble. Yeah, what happened? Matthew Lloyd.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Sheedy got down Dale Lynch. Who was
So
one
you
of-
were around when Matty Lloyd was playing? Was
No,
that
this is a
them?
long time ago.
Okay.
Kevin Sheedy brought down Dale Lynch, who was one of the best golf coaches we've
Yeah.
ever had in the country, to
Yeah.
have a talk to Matthew Lloyd about his pre-shot routine.
Yeah.
Thus the grass
Flick
in
the
the
grass
air,
up,
even
yep.
if you're
I
indoors.
remember that.
So David Flood, who was at the club at the time, thought, well, our guys can't kick straight, so let's get a golfer in. I was on the radio at the time. They got me down.
And they brought you in.
They brought me down. So what I used to do as a kid, as a golfer, is that I would have 10 straight 4-footers, as long as this table.
Yep.
10 straight,
And
I'd
you
knock
just
in
practice.
a row, then left to right, right to lefters, 10 in a row,
And
and
then
then left to
left.
righters, 10 in a row.
Well, there you
and
go.
I would not go home until it was all done. So some nights I'd be there
Well,
for
there
2
you go.
hours. Some nights I'd be there for 10 minutes.
Yep.
But that
As long
job
as
had
you've
to be
done
done.
that, you're
So I
mentally
thought,
done.
I'll take this to the football
The
team.
Calder Cannons.
So straight out in front, I had blokes on the mark, 15 metres out, so they're kicking from 20, straight out in front. Then a 45-degree angle on the right side, and then a 45-degree angle on the right
Marco.
side. I said, boys, all the 6 forwards, nobody can go home until
Everyone
everybody's
kicks.
done it. How many kids? This is the best comp, the best underage comp in the country, and probably the best team at the time. How many of those kids completed that easy little task?
Well, give me what's it between?
None. Not one.
So, more importantly, how did they go that year?
They kicked more points than ever before, and I think they lost in the final. But that's
So-
not the
so
point
can
of
I-
the story is.
can I just say-
these kids need to put themselves on the
So
pressure
can I
at a
just
young
say, was
age.
it a 1-year gig? After that, I'm assuming you didn't.
I got there for 2 years, and they told me
I'm
to nick
assuming
off.
you were gone after
And they
that.
told me to nick off.
Oh,
But you
there
got to play
go.
games.
It was
is
good.
the point
That's
of
good.
the story.
It's a great story.
All right, now,
It wasn't as good as the Blake Griffin one last week, but it was good.
yeah, that's probably right. That's probably
No
right.
signing kids'
You
chests.
wouldn't believe it. It's my turn.
This is you.
It's my
I'm
turn.
all
again
ears,
this time.
mate.
Now, 2020. Horse racing want in on this action. Now,
On the 2020.
yes,
Okay.
Racing New South Wales are going to hold a race on the Sydney Harbour Bridge
What?
in 2018. They plan to
joking.
roll temporary turf on the famous bridge and race horses in a straight line in October. That's not far away,
Oh, my
folks.
gosh.
In 2018.
You know what, I'm turning the page over
The
because I don't
idea
even believe it.
for the street circuit horse racing is an English concept, and races have already
Yeah,
been
that's
run
not true.
on the Tower Bridge in
That's not
London.
true. It's the
Thumbs up or thumbs down,
biggest
Sam?
load of crock I've ever heard. Well, there you go.
Finally.
That was a good one.
Finally,
Sam. I knew that was a joke. You're not going to race on the Harbour Bridge. You're
Finally,
kidding
we got
yourself.
a bad one. Hey, I've been told, though, that they're thinking about doing it. At the moment, it's not happening.
What's this?
They're thinking about having just a bit of a demo, a horse race on the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Are you joking or are you serious?
Yeah, well, that part about it, racing in Tower Bridge in London, that's not right. But they're thinking about it. It's been floated.
Really?
So it's not true at the moment.
How long is the bridge?
I'd say it's
Sammy
about
knows.
2K.
How long is it, Sam?
2 kilometres?
I think it's just longer than one. Might
One.
be
There you go. 1 kilometre.
4.
Is that a normal race for a horse race? You would know this, wouldn't you, Marco?
No, it's about 14 to 1600 is the average.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
14 to 1600.
How
I
exciting.
think the Melbourne Cup is 3,200.
What a view that would be for the jockeys racing over the bridge. That'd be awesome. It ain't going to
Yes.
happen. It
Yes,
ain't
it
going to
would.
happen, but
No, it's not going to.
It's not happening.
There's no way they're going to do that. Now, time for the Do You Care?
Yes,
this
I
week's
do.
version. Now, cricket. The SCG, the magnificent
What?
SCG, has been voted
Voted.
the worst first-class cricket venue in Australia
is that a you wouldn't believe it or
by all the
You
state
joking me?
league captains and match referees.
We played there last week, footy-wise, and it was awesome to play on.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is great fun playing there?
Magnificent playing on that oval.
Every cricket state league captain and the match referees have all voted it
It's
the worst
in Australia,
venue to play cricket on.
in the world,
Yeah.
in the world.
Do you care?
I'm sure there's an oval in the other side of the world somewhere that has no grass, that's horrendous to play on, comparing... What a joke.
Well, that's what they've done.
Come
they
on,
don't like
guys.
it. Just in Australia.
In Australia, okay.
Just in Australia. That's
okay.
fair enough,
That
too.
makes sense.
Do you care that it's the worst? I do.
Yeah, because I
gotta
played
fix
on it
that
last week, and I know it's different than footy
Yeah.
and cricket, but it's a magnificent oval to play on. I absolutely love it.
Back to racing. Racing Victoria exploring the potential of a
Good Friday horse race.
racing. Do you care?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I reckon that's cool.
Gives you something to do. I like it.
Absolutely.
If you want to
What
go
do
to
people
church,
do
you
on
go to
Good Friday?
church. If you
They
want to
go
go
to church and then they
go to the footy, if you want to go
have
to the
dinner,
horse races,
go to the
no
footy.
issue.
Exactly.
Righto. Now, rugby league. Mitchell Moses currently plays for West Tigers,
Yes.
but has already signed
I've
to
seen
join
this.
the Parramatta
Yeah.
Eels in 2018. Faced the awkward situation of playing against his future club this weekend, losing 26-22.
That is so crazy. Yeah, we spoke about it. I got asked
Can you
this
imagine
question not
doing
long
that?
ago, and it's hard. I wouldn't be able to do that because I reckon for me, if I was that player and I'd already committed to another team next year, it'd be like
you're not
my
gonna go
teammates
hard, would
wouldn't
you?
be.
Yeah.
They wouldn't think, you're all in this. You're not for us this year. You don't really care. You just want to get through this year and play next year. It's hard.
That would
It's crazy.
be hard.
Crazy.
That would be hard.
NBA
I
would
do
be more
care.
crazy.
It's not right.
I know.
Righto. And soccer, match between Bastia and Lyon.
Bastia.
This is the top French league.
Batista.
Abandoned after fans invaded the pitch and tried to attack opposition
That
players.
always happens. I always see stuff like this. It always happens.
You care?
Yeah, where was this?
In France.
Mate, I see this all the time.
Why do they
Be
do
sitting
that?
watching the world news and then you see there's a riot going on in a soccer game.
Disaster.
It's ridiculous.
Disaster.
It is a
Hopefully
disaster.
They clean up their act.
Yes.
Now, Anzac Day coming up on
Oh,
Tuesday,
can't wait.
folks.
Cannot wait.
Ticket Tech apparently releasing a second run of tickets on Thursday, 9 a.m. So if you haven't got your tickets
Get
all set
there.
to go, it is a
Get there,
Essendon
support the
home
boys.
game. Tickettech.com.au. Get those tickets. Support the boys at the MCG. Ads go well on Tuesday.
Thank you, mate.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks to our friends at Subway, this has been another episode of Sports Galore. If you've got feedback on the show or you have a topic you'd like the guys to talk about, use the club's official social channels to let us know. Go Pies.